Have you ever wondered which DLC on Xenoverse 2 is actually the best DLC? Well, today we're going to dive into all of the DLCs and make a tier list to truly see which one of these is the best, at the very least, in my opinion. Let's jump into it. Alright y'all, so here we are on the tier list maker, and we're going to be basically putting every single DLC into its own tier to truly see which ones are the best, which ones are okay, and which ones are just absolute ass. Now, I will say there is no DLC 12 and 13, so this pack right here with like the custom mentor pack, mentor pack where you can like download and get more mentors available to you, that will be considered DLC 12, and then the Goku Black / Tai Pai Pole, whatever it's called, will be DLC 13, because again, they do not have those listed on this DLC tier list maker. And then the custom mentor pack and the Goku Black / Tai Pai Pole, however you say it, isn't really DLCs. Like, that's not what we're here to really discuss. We're really here to discuss the actual packs that have come out on this game. So let's get it started from the very beginning. DLC 1. Now, a lot of people may be throwing DLC 1 in the D rank or the pure ass rank. There's only one reason, and one reason alone, I'm going to throw DLC 1 in category C. Reason being is because Frost. Frost is actually a pretty cool character. His moves aren't the greatest, do not get me wrong. He only came with 2 brand new moves, but his whole combo set is completely new and exclusive to him. And then I've just always liked the man as a character in this game. I don't know what it was, besides the simple fact in the beginning, I did play him a lot because nobody was playing him. So I was like, let me check this character out. He seems to have pretty good stats. And honestly, he was a pretty damn good character without a doubt. Like, he, above all characters, in my opinion, deserves a mentor because his moveset that we got for DLC 1 was absolute trash. But give him a custom mentor and let him get all the Frieza's moves and things like that, the man's could actually be really, really damn good. So for Frost and Frost alone, I'm going to put them in C. I know a lot of people will be saying D or pure ass without a doubt. Again, I just have a love for Frost in Xenoverse 2. He was literally my main early on in the game. Now, DLC 2. This one I might have to put in the pure ass category. I'm not going to lie to you. The only reason I'm going to put this in D category is because of Vados's moveset. Vados's moves that were added into this game brought a lot of combo potential, and a lot of stuff we've seen on Sub Saturday was made possible because of some of Vados's moves. But besides that, this DLC was honestly pretty trash. Like, let's be real. Champa is one of the worst characters we've ever seen in this game. Not only is he trash himself with his little goddamn T-Rex punches that he be throwing out, but then on top of that, his moveset is just horrible. Like, he has one of the worst ultimates in this game. They even buffed the shit, and it is still one of the worst ultimates in this game. So, for Champa being so bad, and then Vados being a mech character, the only reason they're not in pure ass again is because of Vados's moveset and how that has just carried on into combo Sub Saturdays and just combos in general that people make up on this game. Now, DLC 3. We're going to have to put this one in A tier. Even though it was only 2 characters, the 2 characters we got were pretty damn fire. We got Rose Goku Black, which is still a fan favorite to this day. And then we also got Zamasu. Both of these characters were very good. And then also their moveset was very, very cool at the same time. Like Divine Lasso, Zamasu, all of Zamasu's moves are pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Like, every single one that we got from Zamasu was pretty dope. We got I don't know, Divine Retribution. That was another really cool one, especially after the update to where they made it to where it actually links. We got the counter move from Goku Black. Like, overall, this DLC was just really, really damn good. If it had one more character or something like that, it would definitely be in the S category for me. But since it only had 2, and Zamasu, while he was a good character, he wasn't a great one, we are going to put it in A. Now, DLC Pack 4. I'm not going to lie, I really want to put this one in S because Gogeta Blue is one of my favorite characters in the game. And then Merge Zamasu is a really, really cool character at the same time. Like, honestly, really, really dope. But also, he does have some cheap bullshit in the sense that you can't vanish his combos after a certain point. So both of these characters, honestly, were very, very dope when they dropped. Like, Gogeta Blue is on foot, with Goku Black Rose, in my opinion. And then I would definitely take Merge Zamasu over Zamasu as a character in this game, because I believe Merge came with more moves. His moves was honestly stylish as hell. And when he first came out, his damn ultimate was absolutely OP for that time on Xenoverse 2. So I'm probably gonna say that DLC Pack 4 is an S tier pack. Now DLC Pack 5, the first pack to add in 4 characters. Honestly, I don't know whether I should go B or A. Only reason I'm saying B is because I believe the characters that we got really weren't that great. Like, we got Tapion, we got Deborah, we got Buhan, and I believe Android 13. Those characters, none of them are really popular and stayed popular after that DLC came out. The only really good thing about the DLC was the simple fact that we got 4 characters and a bunch of moves for our CACs. So for that reason, I'm going to put this pack in the B tier. As far as characters go, though, like I said, really not the greatest characters were added in with this DLC right here. Now, Ultra Pack 2, on the other hand, this one really stepped it up, because it added in 4 characters, but it added in 4 fire characters for the most part. So we're going to have to go in S tier, because it added in Few, it added in UI Goku, added Jiren, and it added in Ranger 17. So overall, this pack brought characters that people really enjoyed, and you still see these characters played till this day. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to put that pack in the S tier without a doubt. And then we did get a bunch of dope moves, even though we didn't get UI's moves in this DLC, or really in any DLC, considering it was part of a free update that came later down the line. Now the next pack, DLC Extra Pack 3. I gotta remember who came with Kefla. Let's actually take a look at that. I have Xenoverse 2 up right here just in case I did remember what characters came. Kefla and Super Baby 2. So overall, a pretty good DLC. Not gonna lie to you guys, this DLC was pretty damn good without a doubt. Probably gonna go, I would say B plus or low A tier for this DLC. This DLC right here, Kefla's a cool character, Super Baby 2 was a cool character, and when Super Baby 2 was first introduced to this game, his ult was honestly really cool in the sense that it worked differently from anything that we really saw in the past. It was the first ult where you would actually hold it, and like, I believe you either held it or kept pressing the button. I haven't used the ult in so long, but you either hold the button down or keep pressing it, and it grows stronger and stronger and stronger, literally to the point where you could just one-shot somebody with the ult. So that was a definite cool ult that they added in with this pack. And then Kefla had some dope moves along with other Baby Vegeta's moves, which were pretty cool. And it's kind of surprising you don't see some of his moves used till this day on CAC. They may not be the most OP moves in the world, but they were definitely some cool moves without a doubt. Now, with that being said, moving on to the next DLC. This DLC, I want to put it in S, but I'm going to have to put it in A. The only reason I want to put this DLC in S is because of the custom partners of these 2 characters. They are absolutely amazing. As far as custom partners goes, these 2 characters are 2 of the best, but that was not the DLC pack. The DLC pack, we're just basing it off of the base characters that came out when this DLC released. So when this DLC released, it dropped 2 fire characters. Do not get me wrong, but the movesets of these characters is really where it lacked, mainly on Gogeta. Broly's moveset was damn good, not gonna lie. He had a lot of cool stuff with all the gigantic moves and how they had like super armor properties if you use them as an evasive, things like that. It was just really cool in that regard with him as a character, right? But Gogeta Blue, on the other hand, my man's moveset sucked. Like, every single move I believe he added in was pretty ass. Like, his ultimate didn't do much damage. You had the Stardust thing where he would like throw out all the little blue blasts. That really sucked. Didn't do damage at all, and it gave your opponent stamina like if they were in an infinite combo back. And then he had the Punisher Shield. Punisher Shield is probably the best move he got, just because you can do things with it. Like, you control with it, you can do setups with it. So there are things you can do with that move, but it's still not a great move because you're only getting like 1.5k damage max off of this move when you actually counter somebody. So again, his moveset was very lackluster without a doubt, and that is why I'm putting this DLC in A, because I absolutely loved both of these characters that came out. Like, as far as the 2 characters themselves, I really loved both of them when they dropped. It's just Gogeta Blue's moveset, man, it was honestly really lacking. Now, DLC 9. DLC 9, it could go B or A. In my opinion, it'd be another one, like if we were to order these, it would look something like this right now. Probably put it ahead, maybe ahead of Kefla, and just because we got 3 characters, which led to more moves for our CAC. But honestly, I don't know, man. Because we did get 2 variations of Vegeta, even though God Vegeta is one of my favorite characters in the game because of how he works with the whole combo timing and things like that. I really do not know who to go with and which pack I would say is better between DLC 9 and DLC 7. These are 2 very, very hard ones to compare next to each other because, again, we had new characters introduced with Kefla and Baby, along with a bunch of different new moves that were honestly pretty cool from those characters. And then with the DLC 9, yes, God Vegeta was cool, but we also did have Blue Evolution Vegeta in the same pack, so it was like 2 Vegetas in one pack, and then Ribrianne at the same time, even though Ribrianne's moves were actually not bad at all for the CACs. We're gonna go low A tier for that DLC right there. Again, the main reason is because of God Vegeta. I absolutely love that character in Xenoverse. He's one of my favorite cast characters to play till this day. I don't know what it is about the man. He just is a very, very fun character without a doubt. Like, even though we have Super Saiyan God for our CACs, I just find his combo timing and playing with him a lot more fun than when I'm using God on my CAC. So with that being said, let's move on to DLC 10. DLC 10 is probably going to be a B tier ranked DLC in my opinion. Yes, and added in Android 21 and Majub, which is a character we've been asking for in Xenoverse 2 before we got him. Like, we was asking for Majub since like Xenoverse 1. But finally, we did get him in DLC Pack 10. But honestly, man, as characters, they're not the greatest in the world. Like, they are okay characters. They're not bad by any means. Don't get it twisted. But they're not, like, top tier or great or anything like that. They're not extremely fun at the same time. And their moves were okay. The moves that we got from them for our CACs were okay. Not the greatest moves in the world at the same time. So, again, for those reasons, we're going to put this DLC in the B tier. Now, DLC 11, I'm not going to lie to you. It gets an automatic S in my opinion just because we got so much stuff for free. Like, DLC 11 was free. That is the one reason that it automatically gets put in S tier without a doubt. Now, if we're talking just based off the contents that we got, I mean, really only got Supreme Kai of Time, and I believe we got some extra stuff in terms for like our CACs and all this other thing, other type of content. But really, the only thing I can remember is like Supreme Kai of Time. So if we're talking content wise, yes, it would be like a C or B tier, but again, since it was free, it definitely gets put in the S tier without a doubt. Now, DLC 12, again, like I said, basically what we're going to be doing here is talking about these in variation. We're not talking about these 2 packs like they're 12 and 13. I don't know why I said variation right there. But DLC 12, let's imagine this was DLC 12, which we got Pycon and God of Destruction Topo. That would probably be a B rank DLC in my opinion. Pycon's cool, Topo's cool, but it was only 2 characters, and honestly, it's not like they're any top tier or extremely fun characters at the same time. They're just 2 cool characters in the game, very similar to DLC 10 in my opinion. If I was to really compare the 2, they would be very, very similar in how I feel about them, because there were 2 cool characters that were added in, characters that are definitely playable without a doubt and you can use and have a good time with, but not the most fun characters and not the best characters by any means. So for that reason, we're going to put that DLC in the B tier. Now, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Alright, sorry about that little interruption right there, but we are finally on to the last DLC in DLC 13. DLC 13, in my opinion, is a definitive A. It's a definitive A, without a doubt, but could be considered, I don't know, could it be considered S? Because now that I'm thinking about it, with the story inclusion with this DLC as well, that's something also that DLC 12 had at the same time, so it kind of makes me want to move DLC 12 up a little bit for the story that was added within this DLC. That was definitely something that was a very, very cool part about it, and for that reason, we're actually going to move DLC 12 up to the A tier list, and I might put DLC 13 in the S tier list. Not only did we get the cool story, but all the characters within this pack were pretty damn cool. Even though Jiren and Gogeta were technically like skins of characters we already have, they did get new moves and some new combos and things like that. So they were really cool. Honestly, I actually like base Gogeta a lot. I really like him as a character in this game. And then Kale and Caulifla were cool as well. Like, every single character in this DLC was pretty damn fun and pretty dope without a doubt. Then it was 4 characters, which led to us getting like, I believe 10 or 11 skills for our CACs. And then we also did get that new story edition in this DLC as well. So DLC 13 may be it's a low S if anything, but it is, in my opinion, either low S or high A without a doubt. and then DLC 12 is low A or high B, without a doubt, in my opinion. So now if we're taking a look at these DLCs, guys, this is how I personally would rank them. I don't know which one I would say is the best DLC between DLC 2 and DLC 6. Those are definitely two of the best, without a doubt, in the game, in my opinion, because again, DLC 6 just added in so many cool characters, but then DLC 2, DLC 4, the two characters we did get was absolutely godlike, and their skills were really dope as well. So it's really tough for me to say which one was my favorite between those. But to be honest, this is probably how, yeah, everything I'm looking at, I'm really not having any issues with how I have this ranked. So for me personally, in the S rank, we got DLC 4, DLC 6. Again, the free update of DLC 11 automatically gets put in there because it was free. And then just barely hanging on to S rank, we got DLC 13. And then in the A rank, we got DLC, this was DLC 8? No, yeah, DLC 8, DLC 3, DLC 7, DLC 9, and DLC 12. This was 12, yeah. And DLC 12, which again is barely hanging on to that A rank. In the B rank, we got DLC 5 and DLC, I'm trying to remember these, DLC 10 in the A rank. And then in the C rank, we got DLC 1, which again, like I said, easily for most people is in D rank without a doubt, just based off the simple fact that I got a special love for Frost in Xenoverse because he was my early on main in this game. I put that in C rank. And then the worst DLC in my opinion is DLC 2 because I didn't really like either of those characters, and the only reason this DLC is not in the pure ass category is because of the simple fact that Vados' moveset was pretty damn dope for CACs and the combos that have come from it. So overall, man, let me know what you guys think about this tier list right here. Which DLC do you guys think is the best in this game? Do you guys agree with most of my tier list, or do you think I'm absolutely crazy? Because again, this is opinion based right here. This is no definitive facts or anything like that. Like some people may feel like DLC 5 might have been their favorite DLC for somebody who's maybe a Tapion main, which you don't really see that. But if you're like a Deborah main or something like that, you may feel DLC 5 was the best. Really just goes based off of what characters you resonate with best out of these DLCs and which you like most. But for me, this is what I like the most out of these DLCs, without a doubt. So again, let me know what you guys think. And if you want to make your own tier list, I will have it linked down below in the description for you at the same time. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you have a good day. Hey, y'all.